All right, get the important part out first. Levvel has 2 V's.
Has 2 V's.
Okay, good. So when you Google it, get that part right.
That is key.
All right, let's get to the good and even better part. Name all the places you lived growing up.
Growing up, it's actually a fairly short list.
Go
It's
for
just
it.
exotic in that. So I was born in Indonesia, in Bandung, Indonesia.
As you can tell,
As you can
obviously.
clearly see. Lived in Charlotte, lived in Raleigh, North Carolina, and then back in Charlotte, and that's really it.
And working in Charlotte now.
Yeah, work in Charlotte now. Levvel started there, growing things there. So excited to be in the city.
So quick, tell us a little bit about Levvel with 2 V's.
Levvel with
Very
2 V's.
important.
Yes, IT consulting company, do IT services, some strategic work, a lot of implementation and build work.
And do it well, by the
Yes,
way.
well, we like to think so.
No, that's why you're on the show, because others don't.
We
They
do it for real, right? We don't just talk about it. We're actually doing it for real. We hire people from banks and other places that have done it, and then help others with it. So that's our general MO, right? Helping build services for banks, for merchants, for third parties.
And at scale. This isn't little one-offs,
No,
right?
no. Yeah, this is the big guys, right?
Client
It's all
base
about
is-
scale.
yeah,
It's all
client base is
about
nice.
bringing sort of new technology to the incumbents in ways that they haven't been able to do before, but also understanding the regulatory environments, how to scale it from an infrastructure standpoint as well as the actual technology.
And it's interesting out of Charlotte, though, right? I mean, I used to work out of Charlotte. You know that. I love Charlotte, and from a banking scene, a ton there. It's not exactly New York.
Careful.
I'm very nice. Charlotte's great. I love Charlotte, but come on, dude. It's getting better.
Yeah, well, it is.
The FinTech hub now.
There's a lot of initiatives underway, right? So a couple of things. Well, first off, right, you have Bank of America headquarters there. You have formerly Wachovia, now Wells. You have TIA, you have BB&T with a big office there, Ally, right? So there are a lot of banks, if not headquartered, at least with large groups there. There's also a lot of stuff happening in the city right now just to really sort of mobilize the FinTech scene, if you will. There's a big.
The mayor's office has been part of that, right?
So we've been working with the mayor's office, Levvel. Chris Hart, our CTO, and I explicitly have been working with the mayor and sort of Dan Roselli, who runs QC FinTech, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on locally. We've got a big FinTech event next week, actually, with a bunch of speakers coming in.
So what day is that?
It is the 13th.
What's
June
the
13th.
What's the name of the event?
FinTech Generations. So it was formerly Next Money, the Charlotte event of Next Money. Okay. Next Money took the brand back, so we have a new name. So it's FinTech Insiders now, and the event's called FinTech Generation. So
okay,
should be
good. So that'll be fun. Does Chris still wear an earring?
Chris does still wear an earring, but it's tucked in here, so you have to really look for it.
Yeah, he has an earring, but they put it in the wrong place. It's like
they missed.
They
and he's
missed.
like, that hurt, so please don't do it again.
Yeah,
Just
keep
leave
it there. It's good. What'd you think of this? You presented today.
Yeah, I think it's been good. I presented today. Would have been nice if it was earlier in the week, so I could have gotten it over with.
What was it again?
So it was the case for the bank digital identity. So it was making the point that the banks are sort of in a really good position to drive a digital identity property, using a couple examples from all over the world, Secure Key in Canada, Bank ID here, et cetera. And it went well. I think I've been impressed by actually the organization of the event.
This has been a good show.
It's been really good.
As I've told a bunch of people that, I mean, the food's been good. The after parties were really good.
Well, even things like the food is not like cafeteria style, generic food. It's sort of these different kiosk type things.
Vegas
There's a lot about it.
Don't you think Vegas is going to have to step it up?
I
This
do,
one did
but
good.
I've talked to those guys, and I know they're planning a lot of the same type of things, right? There's really an understanding of conferences suck in the way they've traditionally been organized. The bigger they get, the harder it is for people to connect.
Sound like us.
Yeah.
There you go.
So finding ways to create, for people to connect. Things like, you think about the food, it's not just about the food's different. It's about the way it's situated, is that it causes people to interact more, right? The more you bump into people around here, that's all by design. So they've done a lot of work in trying to make it something with more interactive, more sort of real shorter sessions. You're going to see a lot of that in Vegas too, based on what we've been talking to.
I think that works better. I mean, you're a veteran of these like I am, so they need to do it. All right, get one more shout out. What's the event next week?
FinTech Generations, June 13th, Charlotte. Check it out.
Okay, bankers, step out. Let's go. You don't have to wear your suit. I'm hoping.
Not just bankers.
Thank
not
God.
just bankers.
Oh, that's right.
Others
There's
as well.
tech.
There's lots of tech in Charlotte that's not bankers.
Actually, there's a lot of tech in Charlotte.
That's right.
I think that's a misnomer.
That's the ecosystem, right? And that's why we're trying to get this stuff going, is to show that there are a lot of people in Charlotte. There's startups. There's other third parties. I mean, all the big providers, the FISs and the Jack Henrys, they all have offices there. It's not just the banks. There's a whole sort of ecosystem. So trying to expose it, trying to raise it up.
All right. So there you go. Money 2020. 2018. You got the last interview. That's a wrap. Mr.
Now we
Piggles
all
is
get
going
to
to
go
fly.
home.
And we're done.
All right.
Did you get Piggles flying? Did you get Piggles flying?